Hello everybody. Did you know that putting stinking burning leaves in your face is a fun-filled, relaxing, and satisfying activity? Unfortunately though, it can lead to some serious coronary, circulatory, oral, and pulmonary problems. Not the least of which are ungodly halitosis, coughing up phlegm onto your sex partner, and, if you're a guy, circulating enough blood to engorge your genitals to even perform. So clearly, one should never start smoking to begin with. Though if you have already begun, you should wait until you're dead before deciding to stop. The reason why is because, frankly, quitting smoking can be more disgusting than the act of smoking itself. This is largely because of the pulmonary insurrection that transpires after one ceases to regularly suck back hydrogen cyanide. This purge cycle typically lasts from 3 to 9 months. It is often characterized by hacking worse than you ever did during your tenure as a smoker. Referring to my personal experience, anytime I did anything somewhat physical, walking down the street for example, I hacked up enough tar and whatever else to repave the sidewalk. Anyway, if you're a smoker and feel ambitious enough to succeed at this project, I have some tips that may help. You see, I have been smoke-free for quite some time now, and my friends have been asking,
"Hey, Squarehead, I never thought you'd be capable. I heard that nicotine is just as addictive, if not more so, than heroin. See, how did you do it?"
A bit of a side note here, now that I have successfully kicked the nicotine habit, I don't have any other major life goals at the moment. I've thus thought that now might be an ideal time to get myself involved in an enfeebling heroin habit to overcome. If nothing else, I've always really wanted a good reason to sell all of my possessions for a fraction of their worth and then beg for spare change on the streets. Anyhow, back to the main point. If you're in a really big rush to accomplish this goal, I should recommend committing suicide in this case. There are a couple of advantages here. The first of which is that there are many options available to you, one to suit everyone's taste. The second advantage is that this method is 100% guaranteed to work. You see, once you're dead, you can't smoke anymore. That, however, doesn't really answer that francophone guy's question of how I quit, considering that I'm still alive. So then, if you're like I, the whole point of quitting smoking was probably to prolong your life, thus disqualifying the suicide option. My method was rather simple. As any smoker who has tried to quit can tell you, a nicotine craving can be akin to the pain of sending your genitals through a wood chipper whilst your wisdom teeth are being extracted without anesthetic. Furthermore, if you happen to be an incorrigible alcoholic like I, then you jolly well know how much ethanol consumption can exacerbate nicotine cravings. But the good news here is that you can use your alcoholism to your advantage. And, even if you're not an alcoholic, I've got even more good news. It's really easy to become one. So then, by chugging as much whiskey, vodka, gin, brandy, or whatever you like, you are quite likely to lose your cognitive faculties and render your motor skills insufficient to give a metaphorical blowjob to a roll of leaves. Now some may be thinking at this point that this sounds similar to the suicide option. And you're right, it is similar. There is one gaping disparity, however. With this method, depending on your body's ability to handle booze, you've perhaps a chance of waking up the next morning. The real benefit to this method, though, is you'll eventually have unholy kidney and or liver pains to the point that your nicotine cravings will be a distant memory. So much so that you will possibly even have forgotten that you were a smoker to begin with. However, if my method doesn't seem like it's for you, you could always try gum, I guess. To which I should say, good luck with that.